our own hair is simple, cheap and effective, but you need to practice a lot. We will need scissors specially designed to cut hair. These are very inexpensive, very cheap, are from Conair. I think they cost me around $6, so super cheap, super inexpensive, and they're very good. I have them for about 4 years. But I'll tell you a secret. When I first started to cut my own hair at home, I was around 13. I was super young and I didn't have this kind of scissors, and I used my school scissors back then, and my hair looked fine since the first time I tried to cut my own hair. So as long as the scissors are sharp, it doesn't have to be specially designed to cut hair, but I really recommend you to buy these. And if you don't buy specially hair scissors, I recommend you to only use the other scissors to cut our hair. Don't cut paper or whatever and then your hair. We'll also need a brush, a comb and a hair tie. Some people prefer to cut their hair damp, but I prefer to cut it dry because this way I know how exactly it will look like. But it's easier to cut it damp, so if you want, you can spray water on your hair or you can cut it right out of the shower. But if you will cut it dry like me, make sure to have it very straight to know exactly what you are cutting. Mine is not perfectly straight right now. I have natural straight hair at this time, but I have a lot of practice, so it doesn't matter. But please straighten your hair with a straightener or damp it very well, so you're sure you're cutting what you want to cut. So I will explain the process. It's super easy and then you will see. We are making 2 cuts, every cut with 1 ponytail. First, we're making a low ponytail right here, well done, and we're cutting here. And then we are making a high ponytail on the top of the head, and we're cutting our hair this way. I will show you right now, but I recommend you that you practice a lot, as I told you, and that you cut just a little bit, and if you see you want to cut more, do it, but don't make a very big cut at first. Okay, so once we have our hair very straight and very detangled, we'll make our line in the middle of the head, and then we'll make this funny thing, this funny ponytail we have here, and we're making the first cut. Okay, I'm trying that you are seeing good. Maybe we'll have to repeat this process later, it doesn't matter. Just cut as little as I'm cutting only that. And also I like the length of my hair right now. I'm just cutting to show you, so I won't be cutting too much, but just so you can see, it has to be as centered as possible. We're cutting straight across, okay? Your hair will look fuller if you cut more this way than with the other ponytail. So I recommend you to cut more in this first ponytail if you don't have too much hair, or if your hair is very fine, cut more this way than with next ponytail I'm showing you. When we are done cutting this way, remember just a little bit, especially if your first time, we will take all the hair again and taking care not to cut our fingers, we will cut on this direction. We were cutting this direction, now like this, only a little bit. And we're ready. The more we cut this way, the more our hair will look like this. Now we brush our hair very good and we make a high ponytail. And the more we cut this way, the more our hair will look like this. We make the ponytail as high and as center as possible. And now we're doing the same. It's a little bit hard for me because I'm left-handed and scissors don't cut well with the left hand, so I have to cut with my right hand, which is not the principle, so it's a little more difficult for me, but I have some experience now, so it doesn't matter. And I don't want too much layers this time, so I'm just cutting a little bit to show you. And again, once we are done cutting, we take the scissors like this and we make little cuts, taking lots of care not to cut our fingers. And that's it. There are lots of ways to cut our own hair, but I wanted to show you this because it's my favorite one and I think it fits most hair types and hair textures. If you have curly hair, it will give you or define more your curls. If you have straight hair, it will also give a little bit of volume and movement because of the layers, but as we are also cutting straight, we won't lose too much hair in these sections. The final result from the back is a U form. It's not a V, but it's not straight. It's a U with some long layers. If you cut more this way, it will look more like a V, and if you only cut with the first ponytail, you won't get too much layers and you'll get more of a straight haircut. It all depends on what you have, what you prefer. I like to do both, so my hair has density right here but also has movement. But sometimes I only cut with the high ponytail if I want V form for some days or whatever. I'm just showing you. But as I told you, there's thousands of ways, so probably if you like this, I'll make a course especially on how to cut hair to get different results. Please let me know if you are interested. Now I'm washing this lion hair to show you how to style your hair without heat. Let's go to the next lesson.